Hello, and welcome to Animate Large. We have different unboxings and for physical media and figures. And in this case, we got a figure. Also, this is a little bit different than usual because instead of a bunny figure or something more from a recent time frame, we have a figure from decades ago, you could say. In this case, it's called Spirit of Wonder, Miss China's Ring, which is what was the name placed in the American version. But either way, a little bit about that later on. I will explain a little bit more of the plot, but in this case, we got the outside figure. Again, it's the main character here in a China dress or whatever you want to call that, and little frames on each side. Wanted to do a little bit something different here. This is an obscure title and also obscure figure since I haven't really seen this before. So I was kind of curious how this would look. But quite a fascinating show. But yeah, I just want to get the picture of the box here first, and then I'll go a little bit with the story if you haven't heard about it. So without further ado, let's get to the story of this fantastic show. And here we are with the actual show. So I am such a big fan of the show that I actually own the Laserdisc from Japan. And then the American releases here that came out on VHS and DVD. And both of these cases were released by Animego. So it's a very strange show in general. It has no real purpose, one could say. You have a mad scientist, you have a mystical world of people. It doesn't really do too much justice. Even reading the back of this, board school, madly in love, upstairs rent, like ring, beautiful ring in the world. Like there's a lot to take in on here, and all in very short amount of time. In this case, the amount of time we got, I don't even know if it's even shown on the VHS. It's probably on the DVD. Let's see here. Huh. Wow. Okay. Doesn't really show anything unless I'm really blind, which could be the case. But it's for a really short amount of time on the show. But yeah, it really has a lot to it, and it's really nice presentation here. Even the back of the Laserdisc shows a little bit more from the show, and the face. So I don't know, the animation for this show, the story, even if it is short, I don't know, and then just her character really makes it quite interesting. Again, if you're looking for a really deep show, this is not it at all. Again, for such a short time, you can only get so much, but you do get a lot of nice animation, nice presentation, and I think everyone should at least give it a try if you can find a way to watch it. So definitely worth it, and yeah, not an easy show to find on physical media these days. So I was definitely lucky to find it here. But yeah, really nice and really happy to get this figure. Now on to the actual figure unboxing. And there we have it, unboxed. Not really that hard to really assemble. You really got the base, the figure itself, and then the tray with the um you could say tea and tea set in a way. Not really the cups, but either way. Quite an interesting figure, honestly. Really great detail here on her face. On the dress itself, it's quite nice. So I think this figure came out 2008 by Mega House. So from that case, focus a little bit more here. works out pretty well. Also, the base is quite unique. It has the lab. If you've seen the show, that will make sense to you. And surprisingly, it is a cast off. So more secrets. Curious why they made it that way. It's a nice extra feature. Was it needed? No, not really. I was not expecting that when I got this. But I guess it's a nice feature. So imagine as you may for it being cast off. But yeah, it does and it works. But yeah, kind of sort of around the figure here. The only problem is, I guess, I've had problems kind of putting it together here on the dress. So this side is a little off. So I probably can fix that. I just was, I guess, more fumbling around there, but yeah, either way, I think this was well done, really, for 2008. No complaints here, especially if you've seen the show and enjoyed the OVA story. You know, for a short-lived figure, I'm kind of surprised how there's a figure of this out there. It's usually not always the case for OVAs, but again, there's always something out there usually, and I think they did really well with this, especially with the face. As you can see right there. So the details are quite nice. Great personality. Liked how they dealt with the character. The tray itself, really nice. You can take it off and you get that. Oh. And then those come out. So yeah, a lot to this. So either way, from the sculpting side and everything, pretty nice in general. Besides that, presentation, I would give it high marks. Art, detail, high marks as well. I would highly recommend finding this if you can find it, and if you like the show. I would still usually recommend people watch this show before buying a figure, but again, some figures really look really nice, so I can't really blame anyone who buys figures without knowing the source material. So, but this is a good example here. And yeah, no regrets actually. Quite enough. So, if you want any other details or explanations, let me know below. Or even if you own this figure, let me know below. It would be quite nice to know. So, until next time, see you next time.